Now coming to the origins of DevOps, when was it started and why was it required? Right. So DevOps basically started off sometime, though we had, long back, even 2000, early 2000, there were a lot of applications that was developed to automate and monitor the applications. The first time it was globally heard and globally projected was in 2009. It was in one of the seminar or one of the event where all the principles or the initial process of DevOps was discussed, and then a basic foundation for DevOps was presented with respect to development, the CI/CD process, what we generally refer to. And then, though it didn't pick up very quickly, we it in 2000, for next 4 or 5 years there were multiple events, multiple sessions where DevOps was discussed. But in 2014 again, there were a lot of predictions from various agencies saying that DevOps is being picked up. DevOps in individual companies, organizations are picking up DevOps principles and trying to automate their process, and then trying to learn from their experiences and improve their process. It kind of began to get adopted even at a faster pace when in 2016, the Gartner reported that it would become a mainstream strategy for all the companies going forward. So that's when it saw a trend where all the companies are looking to automate, and DevOps was helping them to reduce either the cost or the time to market. And that's when the more and more companies started using tools, and by that time we had a lot of tools which was already on the market. And 2016 is when we saw more and more companies getting into DevOps and having teams specifically for maintaining and managing the DevOps processes. And finally in 2019 is where there is a latest report which basically indicates that DevOps is one of the main process or in main teams and process in any company. If you go to any startup, any organization nowadays, you have a DevOps and automation done, which will to reduce the time for your product delivery or product sharing it to the customer. So this is kind of on a very high level how it all started in 2009, and then it took about a decade for it to reach where it is right now, where we have multiple tools for each and every process. There are multiple tools with its own benefits and then disadvantages. But ultimately the CI/CD and the DevOps process is now has become almost a day-to-day activity in any company. Now, before we get into individual terms and DevOps itself, I just want to take you through what a typical software development process would involve.